Brian Tarian here. So you're thinking about firing your Social Security disability representative, attorney, non-attorney. This video, I'll cover if you should fire, when you should fire, and how to actually do it. So I'm going to give you some things to think about before you actually go through and complete the process, just so that you know or have a better understanding if you are firing for the right reasons. So here's the first one. Expectations. Oftentimes I hear from people that say, you know what, I haven't heard from my attorney in the longest time, boom, I'm going to fire them. Well, maybe they should have called, maybe they shouldn't, but what I suggest that you do is understand what the expectations are. In the disability approval process, there's months where there is no activity going on. It's just the way it is. Whether it's the initial application and it's been filed, it might be 5 months before you get a decision, or if you're waiting for a hearing, it could be 18 to 24 months or sometimes longer where there is low to no activity on your case. So give some consideration to that, but most importantly, set up a communication plan. What is it that happens in their practice of representing and winning cases? And will that work for you? And if it doesn't, you don't have that in place, then I would really think about firing somebody for not calling you because they could be doing a good job and you just don't know. So try to work it out. Second, or third actually, key point is consider the cost of firing somebody. If you fire a disability representative, they have the right to file a fee petition, which means that they could claim monies for the work that they have done on your case. It's no guarantees, it needs to be approved by Social Security, but the max amount of the fee is $6,000 at the time of this recording. And if they file a fee petition for $3,000 and then you go try to get another attorney on the case, that attorney is going to be looking at working on your case and only being able to get the additional $3,000. Or if they filed for $2,000, it'd be $4,000 remaining in my example. So if you have an attorney that's going to look at working on a case and they're like, you know what, you've got somebody else on here, I've got to do the same amount of work, so I have to do on another case, I'm going to pass. So keep that in mind. If you fire your attorney, do you have a solid case to get somebody else to take it on? I mean, are you being treated by the doctors? Is everything in place? Do you have doctor support? All the things that you need to know to do. So think about those things in perspective to the value of your benefits, and is it worth risking it? I think the biggest point that I can communicate to people is this. Individuals hire somebody to manage their case and they feel that their case is on this autopilot approval process. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but unless you, this is my opinion, unless you understand what needs to be done at each step of the way, how are you going to know, right? So here at the Disability Digest, if you're a member and you're working with us here, then you likely are hopefully using our disability approval course, which is free and it teaches you what to do, what not to do, so that you can hold your representative accountable. That's key. If you're not using our course, I suggest that you do. There'll be directions at the end of this video where you can learn how to take advantage of that. But that one simple piece, or just gather yourself knowledge if it's not from us, so that you understand what they should be doing and you can hold them accountable. Best piece of advice that I can give you. So, I'm going to move on. Here's some reasons why you should or could consider firing. You're doing a lot of the work. Now, there is some aspects of the process that you do need to do. Like in the very beginning, it is common that you need to fill out your daily living questionnaire, which is what you can do around the house. I mean, nobody knows what you can do around the house, so maybe somebody could get on the phone with you and you could go through and provide the answers, but that's something that you need to do, and there's a work history report. It's common that you need to go to your doctors and get doctor support because you have that working relationship with them. So those are things that need to be done. But if there's other things that are above and beyond that, maybe you're being asked to request medical records, or maybe you're being asked to call Social Security back about your case, things like that, and you're doing an extraordinary amount of work of what you understood they should be doing, might be a reason to fire them. You're not getting, or they missed a deadline. That's an important one. Let's say you have been denied, or you have a report that needs to go back, and you need to have that taken care of. So, and they missed that. That's a good reason to consider letting them go because they're not doing their job. Now, if they're not experienced in doing Social Security work, which might commonly be a situation like this, they're doing several areas of law, and they may be doing a little bit of Social Security. That is a good reason to release them and find somebody that specializes in this. The last point I want to make is the fee to work on a case is the same for everybody. So if you can get somebody good or somebody bad or somebody in the middle, you need to make the decision. I try to get the best person you can to do the job for the fee structure that Social Security provides, right? So those are what to do first, reasons to fire. Down below this video, depends on where you're watching it, you'll see either directions or the actual release letter that you'll provide. It's in the red text, either on the website that you're watching this video on, or there'll be a link to that website. So scroll down, look at it. It's just simply that text, put it in a letter format, send it off to your representative, and that's all it takes to release. You have the right to release your disability representative at any time. I would also maybe put some better communication in the bottom about how you would like your files returned back to you in a Dropbox, on a thumb drive, or however that works. But those are the key aspects of it. So you had some things to consider, reasons to fire, the letters at the bottom. If you need further assistance from us, there'll be a green button on the page that you can click. And I hope you find this helpful in understanding if, when, and how to fire your disability attorney. Thank you. It's been Brian Terry, and make it a great day.